The Port Management Association of Western Central Africa, PMAWCA, has called on member states to aggressively pursue the upgrade of existing seaports and the development of modern port infrastructure to boost regional trade and economic integration. The call formed part of the deliberations at the just concluded PMAWCA Mid-Year Board Meeting, which held in Lagos, Nigeria. The three-day meeting, which opened on Monday, brought together maritime leaders, policymakers, and port administrators across Western Central Africa to deliberate on the future of the region's ports and trade connectivity. Nigeria's Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Dr. Adegboyega Oyetola, who declared the meeting open, said Nigeria has commenced the modernization of its port infrastructure to expand capacity, improve operational efficiency, and enhance competitiveness of the nation's maritime sector.
I know by the time we finish the modernization of our ports, that thing will disappear. The problem is that most of our ports in Nigeria, for instance, were constructed some 70 years or more ago. We are now modernizing. We should thank Mr. President for granting the opportunity for the modernization of our ports. Not only the western ports, we've done that of the eastern ports as well. Once that is done, it will reduce the turnaround time for vessels and there will be more efficiency in the port operation.
In his address, the Managing Director of the Nigerian Ports Authority and President of PMAWCA, Dr. Abubakar Donshoho, noted that despite pockets of progress across the region, there remains an urgent need for stronger ports supported by modern infrastructure capable of meeting global shipping demands.
This is an industry that requires that you must invest in infrastructure. So now it's looking like we have woken up. We are now, doing the infrastructure, especially in Nigeria, and then in some other West and Central African countries. Infrastructure is key. And so we have resolved that, what we have started in the area of infrastructure must continue with the kind of aggression, because we don't have time. If we wait longer, then the other part of the world will speed faster and then move and leave you behind. So that is one of the things that we have resolved to do. And then you can't have the infrastructure without the equivalent or corresponding technology. So that one also, we thank God and we thank Mr. President and the Honorable Minister for Marine and Blue Economy that we are also focusing on technology through the technological innovations and like this national single window, the port community system, and any other thing that improves transactions or processes through technology. So I think that's very key, and we have resolved that we'll pursue that with all our energy, with all our time, with all our resources.
President of the Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, who attended the opening ceremony, stressed the need for increased investment in regional ports. He warned that persistent delays and operational bottlenecks at seaports across the region continue to hinder trade growth and economic development.
Well, what I'm highlighting, because there are major operators in a lot of African countries, and I think I've mentioned that some ports will have to wait for days, where really is making our businesses very, very difficult. So I think one of the advice that I've given is that they need to call for more private sector investment. It is not job of governments to do anything like ports. Private sector should actually create that, investment. They should invest heavily, and then government can collect their revenues. And you must have heard that we announced that we are building the Olokola port. The Olokola port, we are going to build the largest, deepest seaport in Africa, and that will happen in Olokola. We're going to start hopefully in this year if we get approval. As soon as we get our approval from the government, we're going to do that. And then we're also doing one in Bagamoyo, which is in Tanzania. We are working with them. I just came back yesterday, and I think as soon as we get the approval, fine. Now, port infrastructure is one of the key sectors of Dangote Group, and we are going to chase that aggressively.
Maritime TV Africa reports that the 3-day session also featured breakout meetings by various technical groups, including the statistics group, which focused on aggregating critical data to drive the modernization and development of seaports across the West and Central African region.